Hey, what is going on, guys? Tyler Sorensen here. Wanted to come at you, shoot you another video on a topic that I think is super, super important, especially with the business that we're in, what we do here with Live, and in this industry of network marketing. I think that the simpler that you can keep things, the simpler you could do, I guess, as you're taking actions, as you're building this, as you're sharing this with people. There's a phrase, an acronym, I guess, if you will, KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. I think you guys are going to find that your business will become a lot more fun. You're going to attract a lot more people. You're going to have a lot more success. You're going to be able to do it a lot quicker, by doing it the simplest way possible, guys. And you're going to feel less overwhelmed. And the whole point, of building this business, especially with this company, it's like you guys want to have fun. You guys want to keep it simple and take the pressure off, right? You don't want to be overwhelmed. That's not fun. And when you aren't having success, when you are getting rejected, when you are feeling uncomfortable, granted, even though uncomfort is where you find growth, I think there's a good way to do that. And I think there's a maybe not so good way to do that. So I'm going to talk about keeping it simple, KISS, diving right into this, guys. I think the biggest issue with anybody in this industry, not even this company, but this industry and anything that you do in your life, the problem stems from overthinking, and complexity is the enemy of execution, guys. This is why you want to keep things simple and something that anybody can do, because if you make something really complex, then not just the people that you share this with aren't going to want to do it, but you're not even going to want to do it. When you guys don't know what you're doing, I mean, think about anything you've ever done in your life. I know when I buy something from the store, like a desk or a table, something I got to assemble, like obviously they give you step-by-step directions of how to do it, but you definitely don't like the feeling of that. Like you unbox it and you're just like, oh, this sucks, because you got to take it. It feels like such a complex thing. You feel like you're reading hieroglyphics. Well, it's the same exact thing, same exact concept in building this business and in building any business, guys. You don't want to make things complex. Complexity is the enemy of execution, guys. And, if you guys stay in your head, you're dead. If you guys are always constantly worried about what somebody's going to think. A lot of times we create these worst case scenarios. We create these problems in our own head that don't even exist. We're worried about what so-and-so is going to think if I talk to them. We're so worried about, if we go out in public and let's say we're taking a selfie or we're taking a video or, we're talking to people about something like too loudly, and we're worried about what so-and-so is going to think. And a lot of times we're worried about what strangers, complete strangers that we don't even know who these people are. We might even never see them again, but we're worried about what they think. And in reality, it's like people don't care. People have their own lives going on. It's not like everybody is halted at attention, waiting for you, waiting for Tyler, or waiting for somebody else, like what we're doing. You guys think that you always have all these eyeballs on you, and people are so concerned and worried about what it is that you're doing. And the point is that just isn't real. That's just not true. Guys, you guys have to get out of your own head, get out of your ego, stop being worried about what other people are going to think. And then lastly, guys, don't have paralysis of analysis. Don't worry about what's the perfect thing. What's the exact word for word terminology of what I can say? What's that one word or that one emoji or that one grammar? Like, guys, you worry about such little things that at the end of the day don't even matter. So don't have paralysis of analysis. Don't let not knowing what to do keep you from doing anything at all. And then I want to dive into, guys, success loves speed, or that could be translated to success loves simple. The way that you're going to go faster and grow faster is by keeping something that's simple, that's something that anybody can do, and that's how you're going to accumulate a lot of speed and build up a lot of speed, in doing this. The simpler you can do it, the less moving parts there are, and just the more efficient this machine, this business, this system runs for you and every single person. So, the main thing, guys, is don't be weird. I've seen this so many times, and it's, the intention is correct. The intention's in the right place, but so many people are worried about, like if somebody asks them a question, or let's say somebody doesn't respond. Like, so I've had so many people message me, say, Tyler, dude, like somebody, I messaged this person and they didn't respond. They didn't, message me back when I sent them the video, or they didn't message me back when I reached out to them about this. Well, guys, don't be weird. A lot of times my response is, hey, did you get my message? Hey, did you watch that video? And then that same person, that team member will say, oh, that's it? Oh, that's all you say? Yes, that's all I say. We are a human being. The person that you are talking to is a human being. Guys, you guys can go and talk to all your friends about the new album that just dropped, or the new movie you just watched, or that awesome drink you had at Starbucks. or The Bachelorette, for all you ladies that are watching Bachelorette, and guys too, I guess. You guys have no problem talking about that. You guys have no problem tweeting or, putting a status on Facebook or putting something on your story or whatever the case may be. You guys don't overthink that. You guys don't think that's weird. But where this becomes weird, it's only as weird as you make it, right? So the big thing to keep in mind here, is one, this will help a lot, is use the tools. Don't be the tool. The only time that you're going to, really mess this up and really feel overwhelmed and feel uncomfortable yourself and awkward and just out of your element is when you're trying to explain this to other people, guys. The tools are in place for a couple of different reasons. The first one, though, is we don't want people explaining this word of mouth, and verbally vomiting all over people when the tools are in place to do that, guys. You don't have to be an expert on how the platform even works. Guys, you just have to share the information because that does it all for you, right? You're not going to be able to explain to somebody what a new color looks like. You're not going to be able to explain to somebody what a banana tastes like. No, the only way that they're going to be able to know what that color is if you show them. The only way that they're going to know what a banana tastes like is if you let them taste it. And the only way, truthfully, that they are going to know what this is, what you have to offer, and what Live is about is if you use the tools that are in place. Send them the recap videos. Send them the someday videos. Send them the overview. Don't explain to somebody what this is. Don't tell them that it's $3.99 to be a promoter. Don't tell them that it's $9.49 or $9.99 a month to be a member, guys. That should never come out of your mouth. You should never be answering questions. You should let the tools do the talking for you. Don't be the tool. Use the tools, guys. And if you're wondering about what do you say in between sending the tools, in between sending the overview, in between, sending the recap videos or whatever you guys are using, put yourself in the prospect shoes, right? It would be so easy for a lot of you to just take a step back and think, okay, if I was so-and-so, let's say my name is Sam, I'm going to message Sam. And I am putting myself in his shoes. What would I have to say to myself, or what would somebody have to say to me in order for me to respond and not be weirded out? Because keep in mind, guys, people love to buy. And you guys all know this. You guys love going and spending money. You guys love buying new clothes. You guys love buying new shoes. You guys love, going to the movies or going on vacation or spending money on things, that you have significance over or things that you find fun or whatever you guys spend your money on. But the point is, people love to buy, but they hate feeling like they're being sold. And you guys do too. It's uncomfortable. Nobody likes it. It's weird. And it's just not a good recipe for you to have success in building your business. So guys, put yourself in the prospect shoes. What would, if you're typing up a message to send somebody, or you have maybe a script or an icebreaker or whatever, and you read that, if you got that message yourself, and if you cringe when you read it, the person that you're sending it to is probably also going to cringe. So this will eliminate a lot of the confusion for you guys if you simply just put yourself in the prospect shoes. Again, you're a human being, they're a human being, right? We all kind of have the same similar core values and desires in life. And odds are if you found value in this, somebody else will too. And the same is true if you read something and think it's weird and uncomfortable and awkward and salesy, and you wouldn't personally respond positively to it, odds are the people that you're talking to won't respond positively to it as well. And this will help with the whole paralysis of analysis, guys. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person, right? You guys are so often, and me too. I'm definitely not perfect, but I see so many times that people, they're worried about what, again, the right thing. What's the perfect thing I can say? What's the perfect rebuttal to this? What's the perfect answer to that? And a lot of times, guys, there isn't one. There is no one size fits all. Every single person is different at the end of the day. We all have, that's just why when we send somebody the someday video and we ask them what they like best, guys, you'll notice that people's answers are different. Some people, they like making money. Some people, all they care about is traveling. Some people love the give back portion of what we do, the live to give. It doesn't matter. Everybody's answer is different, and it's all right. There's that's not the wrong answer, and you're not going to be able to convince somebody who's determined to misunderstand you. Does that make sense, guys? You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. If it's the right person, guys, and I'm kind of really an example of that, because I'll tell you what, the guy that helped me get started in this industry 3 years ago did not say the quote unquote right things to me, but I was just an example of the right person. And there's been people that I've talked to that I totally messed this thing up. I said all the wrong things, But because I was somewhat good enough at giving them the information, they still were able to get started and see the vision, and it made sense to them enough for them to move forward, guys. So you don't have to be perfect, right? Guys, you just need to execute, take some action. Don't fear people. Don't worry about what they think. Don't be weird. But again, guys, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, but the same is also true. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So don't get hung up. Don't get emotionally attached to the outcome. Don't get emotionally attached to somebody saying yes or to somebody saying no. You just never know. Some will, some won't. So what next? You guys have probably all heard that. A lot of times you just have to, just keep being an example, keep showing people what's possible. And even those people that said no in the beginning, they come around later on down the road. It just takes them more exposures. But then lastly, guys, don't sign up for the why is this class. I've seen so many people's progress and success like literally come to a dead halt, if not, completely regress and go the other direction by worrying about things that are completely out of their control, right? Like you can't control why somebody doesn't respond to you. Some people are just rude. Some people don't have the manners and the morals that you have or whatever. Maybe you were weird when you reached out to them. It doesn't matter, guys. You're never going to grow your business by you saying, well, why is this or why is that? Why did this person not respond? Or why did this person not see what I saw? Or, why does the wind blow? Or why is the sky blue? Guys, that's not the right questions you need to be asking yourself. The questions you need to be asking yourself is, what is the most effective and efficient use of my time right this second, which is a perfect transition into what I'm going to talk about next, which is simply, guys, income generating activities. You guys need to focus on the things that are going to make you money. And I know that a lot of times we can get caught up in being busy, right? We worried about we're on Facebook. We gotta select the perfect profile picture. We gotta select the perfect cover photo. We gotta make the perfect status. We gotta make the perfect IG story. Whatever it is. And don't get me wrong, guys. There's a place for that. That stuff is effective and it works. I've used tools in my resources, to attract people to me just as much as I've done the outreach and the prospecting. But the point is this: you guys are not paid for posting on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or whatever you guys are using. You guys are paid when somebody goes to your website and buys a membership. You don't get paid when you make a post. You don't get paid when you make a list. You don't get paid when you write your goals down or dream build or say affirmations in the mirror for, 35 hours a day, whatever some of you guys are doing, guys. You guys don't get paid. The comp plan is set up to where if somebody doesn't go to your website and become a customer or promoter or through somebody in your team, you guys aren't going to be getting paid. So you guys need to focus on what is going to drive people that I pour into my funnel to go to my website, to become a customer or to become a promoter, or for doing that, in your guys' team. So focus on income generating activities. Again, guys, you aren't going to be perfect, but that's why doing something and getting it done is better than perfect. Guys, you guys need to do the repetitions. You guys need to go through the numbers, because if you go through enough numbers, everything else will work itself out. I think it was Kenny Britt, in the company Amway, which is one of the oldest companies in this industry, if not the oldest. He shared this with 700 people. He shared his opportunity with 700 people in the beginning. Out of those 700, I think he got something like 500, to do something. Out of that 500, only five of those people ended up helping him become a millionaire. Right? So 495 people either did nothing, maybe some did a little bit here and there, and then only 5 of those people ended up leading him to the army of people that ended up making him a multimillionaire in this industry. So guys, you just never know, but you got to focus on what is going to make you money, what's going to move your business forward. And yes, there is a place and a point in time and an effective way to implement things like posting on Instagram, posting on Facebook, right, and attracting people to you. There's a place for that. I'm not discounting that. And I've had a lot of success doing it. But at the end of the day, the people that have had the most success in this industry, if you talk to any millionaire, any six-figure earner, they all went and personally enrolled their butt off, right? They did not sit there and affirm themselves and, quote unquote, attract all these people to them, or, they didn't, become rich or wealthy by simply perfecting their Instagram bio or their pictures or their feed or anything like that. Maybe that, supplemented their business and their marketing strategy, but it didn't directly make them money. They made money when somebody went to their referral link and became a member of their organization, whether it's a customer or a promoter. And the same is true here. So don't overthink, what you guys are doing, and just focus on what's going to make you money. Sending the tools, putting people in the funnel, building, your list of prospects, messaging a certain amount of people a day, doing your follow-ups, guys. The fortune is in the follow-up, right? If you message somebody, if you contact somebody, if you call somebody, if you talk to somebody in person, you never follow up with them, it's almost as if you never talked to them in the first place. The fortune is in the follow-up. The average person doesn't make a buying decision until between 3 and 8 exposures. I might be off on those numbers, but it takes a lot. You guys don't make buying decisions. And if you think about yourself, you guys didn't see one video or get one text or one phone call from somebody without seeing any bit of information and then decide to do this, right? Which leads me into really my last and final most important point, which is monkey see, monkey do. People are always going to do unto them, or they're always going to do unto others what was done unto them. And a lot of you are probably good examples of that, right? Like you guys probably do, to your prospects and to people on your list, what was done to you, whether it was something that was said or something that was sent to you, or a process, whether it's, maybe you got on a phone call, maybe you got on a Zoom, maybe you didn't get on any of the above. Odds are you are probably doing something to other people that was done unto you. And guys, that is the most important thing in this style of marketing, in this business especially, because it doesn't matter what works. There's a lot of things that work. There are some people that have, a doctorate degree in speaking, in communications, and they could deliver the most amazing speech to get somebody, to be inspired enough to take action, but the next person in line isn't going to be able to do that. So you guys have to do something that is duplicatable. It doesn't matter what works in this industry. It matters what duplicates. That's how you guys build a massive business that is self-sufficient and runs and grows, even when you aren't, quote unquote, working on the business. So if you guys are keeping this simple, if you guys are using the tools, not being the tool, if you guys are, not spending a whole bunch of time talking to people for hours on end on a FaceTime or a Zoom call or a phone call, explaining this to them, they're going to see that in themselves. When you do something to somebody else, you're modeling for them how to build this, right? So if you're spending an hour on the phone with them to share this with them, well, they think, I got to spend an hour on the phone with somebody. If you're explaining this word for word, verbally vomiting all over people, sending people novels of text messages, trying to explain this, they think they got to do the same exact thing. But if they think, oh my God, Tyler never even answered my questions, he just pointed me in the direction of a video, I could do that too. Oh my God, Tyler didn't even have a story in the beginning, but he put me on the phone with somebody who did. I could do the same thing. You guys need to help people see themselves as better than they see themselves. You guys need to model this in a way that anybody can think and believe that they can do this too. You guys want people feeling and thinking that, oh my God, if they can do it, I can do it, right? Because the only way somebody moves into action, especially if they're thinking about partnering with you in this business, becoming a promoter, they definitely need to see themselves as having success. Because, if you guys think about anything you've ever done in your life, if you believed, no matter what it is, right? If you believed in your heart of hearts that no matter what, you're not going to fail, there's 100% chance that you will succeed, you would do it, no matter what it is. Maybe it's finding the cure for cancer, climbing Mount Everest. Maybe there's absolutely no doubt on planet Earth that you would win the lottery if you bought a ticket. My guess is you guys are probably going to go buy a ticket. So the key is making this duplicatable, making it so simple and painless that one, people see how easy it is for them to also do this. But two, guys, it takes so much pressure off you. You would be surprised how easy it becomes and how quickly you can go through the numbers, how quickly you can talk to people and follow up and then start really doing and focusing on other things. Once you master the system and you can teach this to other people, then you can focus on, the other ways and the resources and the marketing and training your team and helping them and pouring into other people and so on and so forth, guys. And it just becomes a lot more fun, a lot more duplicatable. You're going to have a lot more success a lot quicker. And we're really going to see this thing turn into the movement that it deserves to be. So with that, guys, I hope you found value in this. Again, keep it simple. Stupid, KISS, KISS, keep it simple, stupid, guys. Don't overthink it. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't rob yourself of your goals and your dreams and create problems that don't even exist. Guys, I think the quote is 90, or the statistic is 90 to 95% of all the things that we worry about never even happen. with everything that we do. I mean, think of all the times you've thought up these worst case scenarios in your head about maybe driving or maybe public speaking or whatever the case may be. But guys, a lot of the time it never even happens. So don't create problems that don't exist. Don't overthink it. Success loves speed. Keep it simple and go out and have fun. Because at the end of the day, people want fun and people want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. So show them the right way. Do you and your business a service and do the people you're talking to a service. And keep it simple. Have some fun, guys. Hope you found value in this. We'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to you soon.